We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back. Well, the weekend has officially begun. Hey, Dave. Well, what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa. And it's Holmes in at the center filling out the middle. Outside, Fox. 5 to shoot. It's another look. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's
that was something else!
He wasn't messing around on that finish. That's what I'm talking about. Barnes taking out all margin of error, throwing it down. Oh, he's the perfect alley-oop partner. Zion showing the lift on his hands. And then we all know how it ends.
Fox against Ball. Stolen by Ball. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. And Holiday throws it down.
What an excellent distributor Zoe is. I mean, he has a knack for getting it to his open teammates.
Ball against Fox. Now, here's Bielitsa. T right on him. Here's Bogdanovich. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Outstanding at taking it to the cup. Now look, when Bogdanovich is in attack mode, it's great to watch.
Williamson with it. Bielitsa's there. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. Trains the three-pointer. Holiday's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Holmes. That's tipped.
Yeah, I mean, tracking that one all the way, baby. I mean, Zion getting nasty at the defensive end.
Shoots from 14. That's good from Holiday on the assist from Favors. That's 7 points for Drew Holiday.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense. Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Alex Len's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. The Kings trail by 5. And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers, playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
The Kings making a switch here. Bazemore's checked in. 1:39 left here in the first quarter. Here's Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Hart. He's covered by Bazemore. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And there's the pass to Giles. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Giles has got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Hield. Pass to Len. Over to the left wing. Joseph has an open look. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Pelicans leading by 3. Reddick dishes to Jackson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Reddick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Great open look there.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Here's Hart. It's good.
Oh, man, a solid score. You give Hart shots like these, he's ready to capitalize.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Giles kicks to Hield. And another 3 for Sacramento. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Melly passes to Jackson. Outside, Reddick. To the wing right side. 1 second left. And he can't bank that one in. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Len in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Hart, that's good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block. Well, the new arena for the Kings looks amazing, C-Webb. Just how much has this meant to the city?
Oh, it means so much to the city, GA. I mean, ownership has been wonderful. It keeps the team here long-term. It's revitalized the whole downtown. Sacramento is a city that has thrived with the addition of this arena.
And the Kings making a change here. Fox is checked in. Pass to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Now, this is why Fox's teammates love him. I mean, when they're open, he makes sure to get it to them.
Here's Ingram. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Parker inside. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Back to Len. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Just when it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's 2 names. Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast of the boards.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Here's Hield. Misses from close range.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Pass the ball. From deep. The offensive rebound. Williamson. The feed to Okafor. second shot opportunity, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Alex Len picks one up.
This is such a skill for penetrating. When ball is attacking the lane like this, it forces the defense to act.
Sacramento making some changes. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Alex Len. Bielitsa comes in for Parker, and it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. The Pelicans also changing it up. Favors comes in for Okafor, and Hayes subbed in for Williamson. Here's Holiday. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Giles checked in for Sacramento. The Pelicans also changing it up. Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And it's Frank Jackson in for Drew Holiday. Bogdanovich against Jackson. Good on the bucket. Bogdanovich has got 4 this quarter.
And you can see the comfortable level Bogdanovich has. I mean, close to the rim, he knows he has the touch.
Here's Hart. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Bogdanovich passes to Fox. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 5. And it falls over the rim and in. Giles has got 6.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a good read on his part. And as usual, his mid-range jumper is on point.
Bogdanovich with it, now guarded by Ball. Bielitsa misses. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. The pass to Hayes. Back to Ball. Bogdanovich against Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
The Pelicans have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Joseph looking around. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Joseph's got his first points in this one.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And so it's the New Orleans. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. What a game it's been for Drew Holiday. He had 13 points and 2 assists. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point guard. And what just drops your jaw, Chris, with Fox is just how quick he gets up and down the floor.
Yeah, he's an absolute bullet once he gets out in transition. A good amount of his points come from just beating everyone else down the floor when he pushes the tempo.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Bielitsa kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Bielitsa. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Ball against Fox. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Over Barnes. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Ball.
Yeah, and the smooth mechanics of Ingram excels. He excels at burying jumpers down on a consistent basis.
Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Over Williamson. Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from Bielitsa. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. For the tie, and Bogdanovich lays it in. Bogdanovich has got 10 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Fox kicks to Barnes. For the lead, they grab their own miss. Holmes kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 1 now for the Kings. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Reddick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. We'll tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Parker's checked in for Sacramento. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Okafor's checked in, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Ingram. Banked in off the glass. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Look, it's crucial for Ingram to keep getting stronger. I mean, so he can continue to finish off tough buckets like this.
And the Kings check on 2 more. Pelicans trail by 3. Hield on the double team. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Ball with the bucket.
Step in the right direction. It's huge whenever Ball finds a way to capitalize from the mid-range.
Here's Hield. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Fox against Ball. He feeds it to Okafor. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Back to Holiday. He kicks it to Okafor. Holiday with it. Outguarded by Hield. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Holiday.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Fox against Ball. Now Fox. 9 points in the game so far. Okafor grabs the miss.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
And that one's good, Williamson.
I tell you what, once Williamson polishes his moves, develops a stronger right hand, he's going to be unstoppable.
The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor.
Pelicans trail by 4.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Hield kicks to Fox. A 3. Good on the triple. Fox has got 12 points in just the second half.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond.
And that's it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the 4th. Kings lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Len out there with Giles, and it's Bazemore at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Offensive rebound. Len fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. That free throw good from Len. Pelicans trail by 8. Hart the pass to Reddick. Back to Hart. Here's Hayes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Alex Len picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And the Kings making a change here. Holmes checked in. Kings leading now by 6. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Joseph. Lets it go from deep. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Kings. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He said if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Here's Joseph. Up again. It's good on the putback. Giles has got the lead up to 9 now for the Kings.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Kings. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. And it's blocked. It's Hayes, top of the key. Out left to the wing. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Sacramento leading by 9. And Joseph kicks to Bogdanovich. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Barnes looking around. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Kings lead by 9. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And here is Holmes. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. A drive by Barnes. Goes up again. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Ball stolen. Outside Bogdanovich. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
Passes like that help develop team chemistry. Bogdanovich, I love the display of unselfishness.
And it's Williamson missing.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the tunnel.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Sacramento.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Giles. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. And New Orleans also making a change. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Ball kicks to Ingram. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving.
Count it. And the Kings lead by 17.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
Nobody near Barnes. They get it back. It's not going to go for him. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. And it's off from three-point range. To the middle. And stolen by Bielitsa. And here's Barnes for 3. That shot no good. And so it's Sacramento easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose.
Oh, they had fashion on their minds as they entered the building. Soon, and David. Well, guys, great vision. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And for San Antonio, we've got Derek White. DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward. They double-team Walker. That one goes. Count it. Well, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
Here's Murray. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Clock is at 3. Pirtle kicks to Murray. San Antonio getting another chance here. A putback. Walker on the follow.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Holiday attacking. That shot off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
Now here's Williamson. 23 points for him the last game against Sacramento. Here's DeRozan. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Walker in the corner. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. They get Derek Favors.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Now here's White. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
Here's White. Outside, Walker. There's the 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. And the Spurs with some changes. Zeller comes in for Pirtle. And it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. The shot's good from Forbes.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Forbes takes it up strong against tight defense. Now
the pass to Jackson. Over Mills. Rebound, San Antonio.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Gay, and then Gay with the dunk.
Cutting his teeth in his Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Outside, Reddick, pass to Hart, takes the three. And no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Pelicans trail by 8. Reddick passes to Hart to stop the run. Forbes with the rebound. Gay inside. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Okafor is checked in for Hayes. Okafor with the steal. It's Reddick on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
43 seconds left in the first. Out to the right wing. Back to Mills. From past the arc. The shot off that time. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Pelicans trail by 4. Outside Jackson. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right side Reddick. That's tipped. With 1 on the clock. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Spurs out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back.
For the people ashamed to talk about.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. Then it's Mills. Then it's Tyler Zeller. And it's Forbes in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. A different look now for San Antonio. Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Frank Jackson. Here's Reddick. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Reddick's got 6.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, let's get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Here's Zeller. Plays it up and banks it in. Zeller's got 4 points in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
This is what you can count on with Holiday. He's active. He's consistent. He's going to give you everything he has every night.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Gay left side. That one wide left. The Pelicans have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, well, Marcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Murray kicks to Bellinelli. Holiday against Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Gay can't get it to go.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball. One of the better defenders in the league, Jrue Holiday embraces the challenge.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Murray. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Every time I see Murray, I'm reminded that he has a lot of moves around the cup.
And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic. But Jrue Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on. He comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Reddick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Reddick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
Keep your head on a swivel with DeRozan on the floor. He'll finish way up top with an alley-oop.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This offense just continues to impress.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 3, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Murray dishes to Zeller. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Bellinelli passes to Zeller. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Another shot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Jackson. Ingram trying to get open.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Pelicans leading by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Williamson.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
That one drops for him. White's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Kings in Sacramento. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Everything worked except for the outcome.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K, a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They never got too far behind as they're... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spot. And it's Favors in at center.
You have to put DeRozan on the short list for best finishers in the NBA. He is fearless going to the rack.
And Holiday kicks to Williamson. Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
Holiday finds ball. Williamson with it. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
And he gets it to go.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. And now let's bring up the numbers and show you the point guards with the highest assist rate over the past month. Number 5 is Lonzo Ball.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
These guys have great vision, understand how to create opportunities for their teammates.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
There's the lob to the hoop and the dunk by Williamson.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
When DeRozan senses he's on a roll, he becomes hyper-aggressive. The chemistry Favors has with his teammates is outstanding. Really punches the basket through the rim on these alley-oop jams.
Here's DeRozan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Derek Favors.
Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. New Orleans also making some changes. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Reddick is subbed in for Ball. And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience. This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Passes it to Pirtle. And Mills kicks to DeRozan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of 3-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
Jackson, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for J.J. Reddick. 4th in 3-point field goal percentage. And, of course, he's in the top 5 in free throw percentage. It can go overlooked, but sure makes a difference.
And, yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down.
Defensively, a little uneven in that first half, but they've been far more focused and consistent here in the second.
Mills passes to DeRozan. Trying his what from deep. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road.
This is just one of many areas where Reddick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
DeRozan.
Incredible leaper, explosive finisher. DeRozan was one of his acrobatic dunks. That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. To the inside. It's picked off.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Often the way you end quarters has a big impact on the outcome of the game.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
It doesn't take much for Pirtle to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
And Hayes kicks to Reddick. Pass to Hart. Now here's Hayes. Tight defense on him. Count that bucket. Hayes has got 6 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Pirtle. Great D that time from Favors.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Pirtle is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in a 2-guard. Pirtle with the steal. The tray. The rebound by Holiday. Pelicans trail by 4. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and it's good. 2 points. 12 points for Zion Williamson.
And what you love about Williamson, he's not just magnetic and entertaining, he's extremely productive.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul. San Antonio making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram comes in for J.J. Reddick. Ingram with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Outside Holiday. In the corner, it's Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. To tie it up. And Pirtle sends it back. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it. The fast break chance. Tries it from 9. Murray, no good.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
The shot's good.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. New Orleans in the lead. Ingram attacking. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game. And Walker kicks to Gay. Will it go? Murray, no good.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
A rebound by the Spurs.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Holiday attacking. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Whenever Favors' team needs him to step up in a big juncture of the game, he's ready.
Gay passes to Purdy. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Gay. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the strength on display there by Ball? Not the biggest guy out there, but he wills these shots in despite the physical contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's White in for Bryn Forbes. Tries it from the top of the key. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Holiday looking for an opening. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Spurs trail by 6. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. It's DeRozan with the drive. And the call. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The 9th pick in 2009, DeRozan was part of a great draft class. Griffin, Harden, and Curry all included. Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Ball dishes to Ingram. 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Holiday, no good. Outside DeRozan. To tie it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Derek Favors.
Well, with how great DeMar DeRozan is at scoring, you know he's going to get to the line a few times every game.
J.J. Reddick's checked in for New Orleans. That one drops. He ties it up.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Here's Ball. It's good!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
It's in!
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that huge shot.
And Favors kicks to Ingram. Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. Can't knock in the 3. It's off. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, on the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pirtle.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. They break the heart.
start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Memphis. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out New Orleans, just a couple spots back.
And for the Grizzlies, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Shot clock at 5. Jackson passes to Anderson. Over Ingram. Jackson, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Ingram against Anderson. Morant with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line. Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Ball kicks to Favors. Stolen by Jackson. And the pass to Morant. Brooks outside. Passes it to Anderson. Now the feed to Brooks. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Here's Morant. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket, and it's Morant missing. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Now here's Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Gotta love watching Morant get after it. He goes all out. Tank, never on it.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Pelicans pull it in. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. Ingram passes to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has off the charts. And the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Morant. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so he makes both from the line.
And the work ethic that Morant has sets him up nicely. Make no mistake, this guy wants to be an all-time great.
.16 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Hart, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Clark. No points in the game yet for him, and the shot goes in.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
He lobs it up. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Chang. Allen is out there with Clark. And it's Melton in at the 1. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Here's Hart. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots. And the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Here's a chance now to see the league leaders in three-point field goal percentage. 4th, Reddick.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Melton feeling it out a bit. He feeds it to Jang. Four on the shot clock. And it's good. 2 points. He has 5.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
He can't get that one. Allen passes to Melton. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. New Orleans leading by 5. Now Hayes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Reddick kicks to Hart. No good with the triple. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40% to the right side. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies, trailing by 5. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. He kicks to Jang. Allen against Reddick. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Melton. Pelicans with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Hayes. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. Here's Jackson, and the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 7-point New Orleans lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Reddick against Allen. To the middle. Here's Clark. It's rebounded by Hayes.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now he's got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Melton. Here's Jang. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Pelicans leading by 7. 55 seconds left now here in the second.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Clark for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Clark's got 5 now.
Man, if Clark ever hits that shot with consistency, watch out. That's a game changer.
Stripped away. Allen right side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Morant, he's checked in for Allen. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Back to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
It's Brooks on the wing. Anderson outside. And here's Valanciunas. The second chance effort.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Poked away. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the things were going New Orleans' way from the beginning. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead as they... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now, he's feasting.
So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Wall and Holiday combine at the guard spot. And it's Favors in its center. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now, here's ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That one falls. And the Pelicans lead by 4. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
And here's Jackson following the 3 from Drew Holiday. Jackson dishes to Anderson. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Ingram. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Anderson, feeds it to Morant, and the layup is good. Morant's got his second bucket tonight.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward, exceptional court awareness.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
And stolen by Favors. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Williamson.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Morant. He has 6. And 2 free throws coming up on it. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now Valanciunas, after J.J. Reddick's three-pointer that didn't go. Valanciunas, that misses, had a chance to tie it there. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And it's Okafor, that time on the assist by Hayes. Okafor's got his first points of the night.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Melton. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pelicans leading by 4. Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Hayes from 17 feet out. Again, the Pelicans score.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
The pass to Clark. From deep three-point range. Memphis the rebound. And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Reddick for three. Good on the three-point shot. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
I love how Reddick gets it going from distance. Really a tremendous three-point shooter.
And the shot goes in. And that's now 10 points for John Morant.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And that one's good. Morant.
So tough to guard. When Morant is rising and firing like that, basically impossible to stop. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bangs home the trifecta.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
No good from Clark. Morant with the steal. Passes to Melton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Yeah, I'm looking over at the coaching staff. Smiles on their face. That's what they want. Holiday very skilled at getting to that spot and hitting the J.
And a great show through 3 quarters. As we enter the 4th, who will carry the day? Pelicans lead by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark. Then it's Morant. Then there's Anderson. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Ingram against Anderson. It's good. And it's 6 points for Brandon Ingram.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Pass to Jackson. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. It's Ingram on the wing. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Really got to give props to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in his path.
Outside Jackson. Here's Morant. And he gets the jumper to drop.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Kicks to Ingram. Williamson with it. Jackson on him. Yep, that one goes in there. Williamson's got 20 points.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Ingram passes the ball. Back to Ingram. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 6 on the shot clock, and Favors kicks the ball. Shoots from the high post with the tip, and there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors has got the lead up to 10 now for the Pelicans.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Connects from three-point range.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's Jackson. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Pass to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Pelicans leading by 9. Outside Holiday. And the rejection by Jackson. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Here's Anderson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Anderson that time shooting without any hesitation. Slow-mo getting one off.
Holiday, the pass to Williamson. 1:14 left in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And too long on the shot. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Ingram with the steal. The pass to Favors. It's stolen by Valanciunas.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Williamson following the score by Memphis. Good steal from Valanciunas.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And going back to college, Morant's made a habit of rising to the occasion.
Williamson, rebounded by Valanciunas.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. .20 seconds left in the fourth. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Here's Ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You just can't allow Ball to get comfortable when he's penetrating inside. He does a great job of using his size and those hesitation moves to draw fouls.
So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. A narrow win under difficult.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. Well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Kings. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And checking out New Orleans, tied up with them.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year, anyway.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Holmes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for New Orleans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. Our great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Fox passes to Bjelica. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Good.
Yeah, I love how Fox uses that wiry frame of his. He's eel-like in his ability to get to spots he wants to get to. He's always under control despite playing at a high rate of speed.
Down low, taken away by Holiday. 2 on none, no one back to stop this. And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Kept alive. Here's Holmes. Passes it to Bjelica. Holmes. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Ingram against Barnes. Ingram kicks the ball. Outside Holiday. 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Ingram. His 3-pointers off the mark. Kings have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. From the wing, up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Here's Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Brendan Ingram.
And you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player, becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bjelica. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Basket counts.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pelicans trail by 6.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his first foul. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Sacramento. Reddick for 3. sinks the triple.
Even with the man all in his jersey, Reddick has the skill and concentration to make you pay on those jump shots. It's real simple for him.
And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Now, here's Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. A lot of time, games are decided at the line. So let's check out the NBA leaders in that category. Number 5 is J.J. Reddick.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Joseph against Jackson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, because Corey Joseph, when he has the ball, is always in a probing posture, he's hard to guard without fouling at times.
Okafor's checked in for Hayes. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Len. Bielitsa comes in for Giles. Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hield.
Guys, J.J. Reddick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
And both free throws good for Reddick.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Bogdanovich finds Barnes. Back to Bogdanovich. Joseph, the pass to Bielitsa. Sacramento moving it around. Bogdanovich wide open. From outside, off the mark. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 4. And Reddick the bucket on the assist from Jackson. That's now 8 points for J.J. Reddick.
And this is exactly how Reddick makes his living. An incredible three-point shooter who shoots it quickly.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram and it's small forward. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Lobs it up there for Ingram. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
How about that high wire action from Ingram, getting up there and pulling off the Houdini.
Bielitsa with it. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, and they had some botched coverage that turned into...
Whoa, what a finish!
Good.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Here's Joseph and the rejection by Favors. He's got a clear path. Here's Williamson. Misses the slam off the fast break. Ingram against Bogdanovich. It's Bielitsa. Again, the miss by the King.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Joseph. Bielitsa finds Fox. Good on the triple. Fox has got 7 points. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Kings.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight. It's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Bogdanovich. Brooke, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Ingram with the steal. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
You know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Barnes can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Williamson.
This is Williamson's game. He's a scorer, and he knows his team relies on him to do it.
Back to Fox. 52 seconds left to play here in the half. The kick out to Barnes. Inside, goes back up. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Ingram. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Here's the 3. But they get it back. To the wing right side. Second chance shot. Ball no good. The Kings leading. Pass to Holmes. The kick out to Barnes. Here's Bielitsa. To the paint. Here's Holmes. And he uses the glass on the layup. Holmes got 8 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Off target from outside. Here's Fox. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Kings lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Sean Holmes out there with Bielitsa, and it's Fox in at the point guard. Kings on D. 7-point differential. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Phenomenal athleticism from Ingram. I mean, really looking to rip that basket up with that strong dunk.
The 3 from Barnes, and it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Man, he's got great speed, Ball does, Kevin. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
Passes it to Fox. Up top, Holmes. 5 on the clock. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the pass to Hield. Back to Bazemore. Outside, Fox. Over Hart. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Giles has got 6.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Melly.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Can't get it to fall. Sacramento leading by 7. Fox with it. Now guarded by Ball. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the hand.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 9. Count that bucket. Fox has got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
Ball with the bucket.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Hield finds Fox. To the inside. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's Williamson. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Fox against Ball. Fox kicks it to Bazemore. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Sacramento making some changes. Jabari Parker's checked in for Alex Len. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. And finished off by Williamson.
And you you got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career is incredible.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And the dunk by Williamson.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Joseph, the pass to Hield. Down low, Giles kicks to Joseph. It's Parker with the drive. Here's Giles, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Giles has got 6 in the quarter. And so it's Sacramento bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Reddick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. He's out there with Okafor. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's the Pelicans 5.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Right side, Joseph. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Kings lead by 7.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Pass to Jackson. Sinks that one from the post.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Hield with the bucket.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Williamson comes in for Hayes. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for J.J. Reddick. And Ball subbed in for Frank Jackson. Fox, no good. Pelicans trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Holmes passes to Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Holiday, and it's blocked. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Holmes with it. Favors picks him up. Throws it up high, and stolen by Favors. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Williamson's got 14 points here in the second half. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And stolen by Williamson. Lobs it up for Favors. Holiday finds Favors. Now Williamson. He's covered by Bazemore. And it's Williamson missing.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Fox, no good. Pelicans trail by 3. Ingram dishes the ball. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, I love that about Lonzo Ball. When it's a big possession, he demands and commands the ball.
Here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments, not Zion.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Bielitsa. Ball with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Here's Williamson, and a lot of contact on that one. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Fields checked in for Sacramento.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
It falls.
Unflappable, even-keeled ball. Fantastic with his poise. I mean, this guy has future star, I think, written all over him.
On the wing, Hield. Puts up a three. Another shot. Here's Holmes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
On the wing, Holiday. Over in the corner, Williamson. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a W. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg.
year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews.
It's DA. Well, great DA, thanks. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Murray out there with White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And for New Orleans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs, you still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Walker the pass to Poeltl. Out to White. Murray outside. Inside. And DeRozan throws it down.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
It's tipped. Poeltl with the steal. It's DeRozan with the drive. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, right to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Murray, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Outside, White. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Love Murray's scoring potential, but the development of his playmaking may be an even higher priority.
The Spurs shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Now, here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Sacramento. Holiday with the 3. Here's Favors. Back to Ingram. Ball with a wide-open look. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play. Meeting right at the rim, he typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
He can't hit that time. Walker with some nice D. Pass to Holiday. Tries again. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And that's called finishing a play. Physical defense. Holiday stays focused, eyes on the rim.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Ball gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Pelicans making a change here. Reddick is checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
DeRozan passes to Purtle. Mills in the corner. Over Ball. Mills can't hit. So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
And Mills kicks to Purtle. DeRozan surveying the D. Back to Purtle. It'll count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The scoring fast and furious. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. But what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
J.J. Reddick is out there with Jackson, and it's Hayes in at the 5. That's the Pelicans' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
And the basket is good. Hart's got the lead up to 8 now for New Orleans.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Jackson. Got a piece of it. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The shot's good from Hayes.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Hart, no good. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Gallinelli. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Left side Jackson. Lets it go from deep. The shot by Reddick, no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Zeller with it. Now Okafor defending. Pass to Mills. Spurs passing it around. Gay outside. Lock at 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Forbes. Pelicans with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Murray. Zeller trying to free himself up. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket for Murray.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
Here's Hart. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Here's Hayes, and he makes that one. Hayes has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Bellinelli.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
Hart the pass to Jackson. Here's Hayes. Gay with the defensive effort. Spurs trail by 6. Here's Bellinelli. And the layup's good off the glass. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. Drew Holiday's checked in for J.J. Reddick. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Frank Jackson. Then for the Spurs, Pirtle, he is checked in for Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's White in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's DeRozan. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball. And DeRozan throws it down.
Look at the way DeMar just shrugged off the foul and still finished the play. Incredible.
Pass to Williamson. Outside Holiday. A three-pointer, no good. Spurs trail by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Ball finishes with power, not just going for the layup, solid at throwing it down deep inside.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. It's Gay with the drive. It's good. Gay's got his second bucket.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
15 seconds left in the first half. Ball rebounded by the Spurs.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
No good from Gay. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pelicans ahead, up by 1.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
On the floor for San Antonio, they've got DeJounte Murray. DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3. And that one's good by favorites.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. The Pelicans trail.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Here's Walker. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And it's 6 points for Walker.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Stolen by Walker. Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, we're seeing the defense make adjustments, but DeRozan is making great reads, finding ways to counter.
And Steve, with the Anthony Davis trade completed, a new look for the Pelicans.
Yes, plan A, Kevin, was to make it work with Anthony Davis. Instead, they have acquired a lot of young talent, a ton of it. In time, they'll become a team, in my opinion, to be reckoned with.
Murray kicks to DeRozan. White, wide open. He fires. Offline with his three.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
A pass the ball. He can't get it to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Spurs leading by 4. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Ball.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for Walker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
And not only that, Kevin.
Yes. When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
And the wide open shot from Reddick. No good on the triple.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Hayes, the pass to Hart. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Reddick against DeRozan. Reddick with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it. Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Bellinelli passes to DeRozan. Back to Bellinelli. Spurs passing it around. Gay finds Mills. And Okafor with the block. Now here's Reddick, the fast break opportunity. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Gay. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Pass to Hart. Here's Melly. He's covered by Gay. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Derek Favors checked in for Jahlil Okafor. Poeltl, he's checked in for San Antonio. They get the rebound. It's stolen. The Pelicans have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. First free throw is good. And it's tied up with that one.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other. And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's DeRozan missing. Up in time.
Proving he's not just a scorer. Patty's getting after it on the defensive end, disrupting the shooter's rhythm.
And the game. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Just keep battling. We're doing a good job.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Holiday at the 1 and Reddick at the 2. Then there's Favors, and it's Melly in at the 4 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
To the inside. Pirtle with the steal. Here is Forbes. And a wide open look for Walker. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
The feed to Favors, stolen by Walker. And Mills with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
The Spurs have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Walker, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call.
2 shots.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Here's Pirtle. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 4. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
And Murray, here we go. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Spurs lead by 4.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's ball in the corner. From the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Spurs leading by 4. White finds Gay. Back to White. From deep. Ball with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And stolen by White. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Still a big-time athlete. Even with all that mileage on him, Rudy is quick. The defense late to rotate.
The Spurs making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. It's stolen by DeRozan. Outside, Walker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's DeRozan with the drive. And that one is off. Great D that time from Favors. Ingram passes to Williamson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
You won't see this young man turn down big shots. Murray believes in himself, and so does this team.
Stolen by Walker. Murray against Favors. Murray, good.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's Ingram. Lays it up off the glass.
And after playing 1 year at Duke, Ingram is used to providing big baskets for his club, just dominating with ease in these moments.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. DeRozan's shot is good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. And that's now 9 points for Lonzo Ball.
And how about the confidence with which Ball plays? I mean, he just seems so much more comfortable taking and making those big shots. This guy is a flat-out winner.
And he gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots. The killer instinct of Favors. This man takes no prisoners when the game is on the line.
And it's Murray penetrating. Outside, Walker. On the wing, DeRozan. He's covered by Ball. Gay left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Favors. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Now Murray. From deep three-point range, misses there. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. They break the... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Up next, the Pelicans. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Now, look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1. Looking at tonight's matchup, Chris, it's fun to watch upstart teams. Teams that are on the move, ascending with a lot of youth as a part of that success.
You know what? I love watching these young teams. As long as you have a GM, an organization, a president of basketball operations that explains to the fans, listen, we're going to have a little bit of growing pains, but while you watch these guys play, they're going to have effort, they're going to have chemistry, and they're going to play for you guys, the fans. It's easier to settle in and say, wait a minute, look at the potential in this guy. Look at how much this kid has grown in the beginning of the season until after the season. And so I love young teams, and with this influx of young players coming in, it's going to be fun watching some of these teams grow and get over the hurdle and then ultimately become champions.
Great perspective. Now here's Morant following the shot by Drew Holiday. 6 to shoot. Morant passes to Valanciunas, and that one no good to start him off on the night. Pass the Ball. Holiday left side to the left side wing. Out to Ingram. Outside Holiday. Back to Ingram. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. And here's Morant. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
That one drops for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Morant with it. He's covered by Ball. Puts it up from 17. Favors with the rebound.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Here's Ball after Memphis gets the 3. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
I'm willing to give up on that possession. I love Williamson's commitment and attack mentality.
Valanciunas passes to Morant. And stolen by Favors. And now the Pelicans on the break. Holiday is running. And the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, he's the perfect alley-oop partner. Zion showing the lift about his hands. And then we all know how it ends. Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Here is Anderson. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. Off target from three-point range.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
New Orleans making a switch here. Reddick is checked in. Now, here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Good on the shot.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Morant. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Stolen by Jackson. Morant passes to Brooks. From outside the arc. Favors with the rebound. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him. It's deflected.
I love Morant's approach to the game. I mean, flying to the ball, challenging everything.
And we'll be back with you shortly. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
They've got J.J. Reddick. He's out there with Jackson. Hart is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the power forward. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Oh, he can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
The shot by Reddick, no good. Memphis leading.
Well, Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Okafor is checked in for the Pelicans.
That's his first personal foul. Checking in.
Here's Allen. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Hart kicks to Okafor. Outside Jackson. The pass to Melly. Lays it up and banks it in. And so it's Memphis with it. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Allen, right side. He feeds it to Jang. Puts it up from 15. Up again. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. Losing to Sacramento. Outside, Reddick. Back to Jackson. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. It's Reddick on the wing. Launches it. No good. Shot missing. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting. They'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
Jackson, the layup missed. Down low, here's Clark. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Have they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies. When Grant started his career off in Detroit, and to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? He got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
Pelicans trail by 6. Brooks on the double team. Ingram wide open. Drops in the tray. Ingram's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He's quick on the draw. You got to understand that Ingram is comfortable firing as soon as he catches passes. That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some time.
The Grizzlies shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Ingram dishes to Williamson. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. And the rejection by Jackson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New Orleans making some changes here. Hayes, he's checked in for Okafor. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Hart. Now Morant. Valanciunas in the high post. From downtown. Offensive rebound.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On the wing, Holiday. He's coming off a 37-point game against Sacramento.
And don't leave out his rebounding, Kevin. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Brooks from outside. Ball with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 6. Chalk up 2 there. Holiday's got his second basket.
Look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
To the middle. The kick out to Anderson. Passes it to Morant. He got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a... Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of 1.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. And Holiday kicks to Ball. And there's the feed to Williamson. Now Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. Jackson passes to Valanciunas. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Brooks misses. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Favors. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, we talk about the big vertical with Williamson, but what about the hang time?
Morant kicks to Brooks. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Brooks has got 7 points in the game. The Pelicans shooting well. They're at 45%. And a slam dunk by Favors.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Brooks finds Valanciunas. Left side, Jackson. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Derek Favors, and the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Melton feeling it out a bit. Pelicans pull it in. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Reddick with the 3. That one's not going to go. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from 3-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Here's Jackson. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis leading by 6. Poke loose, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And now a look at who's been leading the NBA in rebounding since the All-Star break. Jonas Valanciunas, 3rd.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. From the top of the key, that's good on the jump shot. And now an 8-point Grizzly lead.
Oh, the timing, the confidence. When Valanciunas takes and makes these shots, you know he's in the zone.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backcourt.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reddick. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that matchup with the Thunder, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
Solid ball movement there. I like seeing Hart make an effort to get it to his open guys.
Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And with the pause and the action, let's look at the numbers for Valanciunas. 6th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Shoots from 8. Nice touch on the bank shot. 5 points in the game. Pelicans trail by 8, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Grizzlies. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And checking out New Orleans, a couple spots below.
And for the Grizzlies, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Pocket 4. The shot by Holiday, no good. Memphis leading by 8. From deep, Brooks. They get it back. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Brooks. And stolen by Reddick. And stolen by Jang. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Feeds to Clark. And Clark slams it in.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Count it. Holiday's got 6.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Now here's Brooks. The dish now to Anderson. Comes up empty down low.
Playing him tough inside air, preventing the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
And so it's Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
We have to be solid in what we're doing.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Pelicans trail by 8. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spot. He's out there with Favors, and it's Ingram in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Not 7. Ingram uses his size and athleticism getting to the line.
And slam dunk by Clark.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Clark dishes to Brooks. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
You have to respect the initiative. I mean, Brooks wanting to make something happen. I mean, enforcing the D's hand.
Good on both.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Ingram against Anderson. And it's Ingram missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Anderson outside. Three-pointer, Brooks. The shot comes out, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Pass to Clark. Takes a 3. And again, Memphis no good. So Favors will bring it up for the Pelicans. And the dunk by Williamson.
They're at a loss defensively of how to stop Zion. I mean, just too much athleticism, too much skill.
And that one's good by Clark. Fans, just broadcasters, love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will hold that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball to them.
Right.
Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Drew Holiday. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Tipped away. Williamson with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Here's Favors. And he gets the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
New Orleans making a switch here. Reddick is checked in. A nice shot by Anderson.
So good at keeping his balance. Anderson doesn't let aggressive defense get to him.
Here's Williamson. And the Pelicans miss again. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Morant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Back to ball. New Orleans moving it around. Outside for Reddick. To the paint. Over in the corner, Williamson. Stolen by Jackson.
Oh, great steal. Is there an aspect of this game they haven't controlled?
Anderson wide open. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Morant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies.
Constantly competing. Morant is a terrific rebounder for his position and also a terrific finisher.
Brooks kicks to Jackson. Dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Jackson. Right wing. Morant with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Ball with it. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williamson. And the Pelicans miss again.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And here's Morant. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Ingram. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Yeah, this is where Zion is improving, taking advantage of the defensive attention he receives.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For